Good morning, everybody. Good morning to all of you who are here online in order to start with our meeting. I would like to especially greet the leaders of Argentina, the steel industry, and Ezequiel, our executive director of Alacero, and also our team of Alacero that prepared this event with so much dedication. It is a pleasure to have you all here in Buenos Aires. We are going to start with the 2024 Summit of Alacero, which is a meeting for the whole Latin American steel sector that has been organized since the year 1962. We will discuss amongst all the leaders of the steel industry and experts the present context, the future, the risks, the opportunities to come. We are an industry which is very important for the Latin American economies. We count on our steel, and they count on our steel for creation of jobs. Quality jobs, and giving a dynamic push to the value chain. Our associates amount to 90% of production in our region. We achieved 58 million tons of steel last year, ensuring jobs to more than 1.4 million people. This meeting this year takes place in an especially important moment for Alacero and the steel industry. The Latin American market is under pressure of the global capacity of production, the progress of imported products, and the return of the price of steel. China is presenting a production of over 20% of steel production. This deceleration of China and excess capacity in this country, these are issues that do not have an evident solution. And we also have great political or geopolitical instability caused by the invasion of Ukraine or the war of Ukraine and Russia, and attacks on ships that oblige them to change their route. We coexist with economies in our region that are not doing well. They are weakened, and they require support to resume growth. So this is the economic scenario in Latin America, which tends to improve, but gradually, and this makes us optimistic in the steel industry. Even though there are challenges internationally and the reality is complex, we need to stick together at this moment. And Alacero capitalizes all this at these meetings. In the markets where we play, we have a lot of interests. We defend protection of our industry and competitiveness vis-à-vis imported companies and imported products. We support initiatives of reindustrialization, which is an important issue. The economies in Latin America are very significant. Some measures are being adopted. Fiscal responsibility, investments in infrastructure, and taking up economic regional growth. When I say we need to stick together in order to achieve our aims, I speak about the whole value chain, industrialization, protection from dumping and bad practices. These should be common objectives. We should be united in the defense of all this. Latin America has a very important growth potential, and we have talents that make this potential a reality. Our greatest asset, our people. We created an industrial park, which is an example of competitiveness, innovation, sustainability, and production. together with all these talents, all these people, we are going to find solutions to mitigate the environmental changes. Latin America is abundant in energy and mineral resources, natural gas, and climate conditions, power also, eolic energy or wind energy. This will allow our efforts of decarbonization to take place successfully. But decarbonization will not be the result of industries alone, but from the effort of financial support for technological change. We will have to establish different energy standards, remembering that Latin America has 2% of CO2 emissions and 3 or 4% in Alacero. We cannot afford this. The CRU shows that reaching zero carbon will require twice as much natural gas, 3 times as much clean energy, 12 times as much green hydrogen, and 20 times more the use of carbon. We need infrastructure and institutional policies to support our efforts for this to become possible. Our session of sustainability will depend on investment in people, which is our greatest talent. They will be better prepared in the use of new tools and technological processes, mainly developments of AI applications. I mentioned some issues that we are going to be delving into these days in our panels and conferences. No doubt, based on the relevance of the moment, it is fundamental to devote ourselves to debating and discussing. We will come up with ideas and necessary ideas for the design of alternatives for the future. As I said, this is going to be a decisive moment where initiatives will make us in the future a stronger industry, an example for the world. The main objective of this meeting, we wanted to be to inspire leaders to make important decisions for sustainability and prosperity of our sector. I thank you for the presence of everybody, and I hope you have a great session 2024. Good morning. Thank you very much.